This is my why. North Dakota Carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you. Carnivore, seeing it through, reversed it all, yeah, made it through. Let's stay together strong, me and you.
And good morning, everybody. How you doing this morning? Saturday. Another beautiful day here. Sun is out, bright and shiny out there. I spent a little bit of time outside this morning. And that first early morning sunlight, it's so nice. Even though it's still pretty darn cold this morning, it was nice to be out there. Jeff Schultz, good morning. Jeff Schultz, sorry. Apparently I can't read this morning, but we'll get there. Good morning, Brian and everyone. Terry, you made it. Nice to see you here this morning. How's it going? So, Terry, the Habs moved on. Still have a Canadian team in the playoffs. My son wasn't very happy because he's a Minnesota Vikings fan, or a Minnesota Wild fan. He's a Vikings fan, Twins fans. I don't know if he likes the Wolves, but I think he likes the Lakers, so they used to be a Minnesota team. Don, good morning. How are you doing today? Yeah, it's a wonderful morning out there. Jiffy, good morning. And it's Anna, correct? That right from yesterday. Good morning. Aaron, the Carnivore guy, good morning. How are you today? It's nice seeing you here. Foggy and rain again, and you're in Newfoundland, right? I actually have a German Shepherd Newfoundland Husky dog. He is huge. The last time we were able to weigh him was the last time I picked him up and stepped on a scale, and he was about 150 pounds at that time. And that was probably 7 years ago. He's bigger since. He's a big dog. Violet, good morning. How are you today? It's nice to see you here. Aaron says it's the first day having to work Saturdays. Yeah, Saturdays. Working Saturdays suck. It really does. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Actually, when I had a job where I had to work on weekends, I much preferred working weekends during the week because there weren't as many people around and I actually got more done. I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm a little disappointed in myself and trying to figure some stuff out, but I'm actually doing really good. Really good mood today. Let's see. Yeah. You've been jumping and screaming. Now, you know, Terry, they were playing Aaron's team. So Aaron's team got bumped out of it because the Habs won. Yeah. Got a game tonight. Are you going? No, the game's in Canada tonight, isn't it? Here you sitting in front of the TV tonight. Well, we'll be actually in front of the TV too. It's just going to be a rough game tonight. The Sabres really have to bring their A game and to be able to take it away from the Habs, because it's a win or go home situation right now for the Sabres. Remember, drink your coffee. You don't want to be the zombie, right? Hey, Dan. Good morning. How are you? So nice to see you here today. I know I commented in your Jets podcast. The Bears play the Jets one time this year, and then the Vikings play the Jets. So we'll probably end up watching 2 games of the Jets this year. See, Dawn says she's doing good, getting ready to take the kids to Motor City Comic-Con. We're going to have a day out today. That's good. We had I don't know what they call it. We had that Comic-Con kind of thing here at the end of March, I think it was, and there were people that were dressed up. I didn't know what was going on. And my wife and I went to pick up my granddaughter from her work to take her on a lunch break. And before we went and picked her up, we stopped at, it was in the mall. So there's a side entrance to the Barnes & Noble, and they have a Starbucks there. So my wife ran in to get me a cup of coffee from Starbucks, plain black coffee. Yeah. It's strange, but you go to a coffee place like that and they don't have just black coffee. They have to brew a full new pot to get you a black coffee, which is weird to me. But I'm sitting there waiting, and there's all these people walking in, and they're all dressed up in this weird stuff. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, my wife got in the car and I asked her about it. She's like, oh yeah, we got the Comic-Con thing going on. That day there was like 5 different things going on at the mall, and there's all kinds of people. The place was just crazy. Terry saying hi to Dawn and Jiffy. Yep. Anna. I learned that in Donna Ray's show the other day. So, and I did remember. You like that? It's my guardian gargoyle. So, and then on this side here, I've got the American flag and the eagle, and I have my wedding ring. Those are my 3 tattoos. The American eagle and stuff, I actually got this one for free. That was actually my first tattoo. The gargoyle, this one here is symbolic. When I was having heart issues, I got that tattooed on me for mythical reasons. Gargoyles defend from evil. A lot of people think gargoyles are evil, but they're not. You see gargoyles on churches and stuff, right? Because the gargoyles are protecting the church from evil spirits. I have it on my left arm, so it is defending my heart from evil. Symbolic. But that's what I did, and that's why. Oh. Yeah. You've expressed that a couple times. And, I worked for the company I work for now. I really like. I like what I'm doing. The company I worked for before that, I liked working for them to a point, and then I really hated it to a point. So I understand that quite a bit. Brian, you finished a 90-hour fast with a New York strip this morning. Awesome. Good numbers all week. Lost 3 pounds. That's amazing. I did that this week. I did alternate day fasting, and in between that, I did sardine fasting. And this morning, when I started it, I was 221 pounds. It's actually, I was 221.2 pounds when I started the fast. I got down to 217 while fasting, and that was on Thursday. Yesterday morning, while fasted, I was still at, I went back up to 221.2, and this morning I was 221.2. So I absolutely did nothing on my fast. I didn't lose any weight. I feel better, but I didn't have any weight loss on mine at all. So, oh yeah, the sabers are still alive. I did make that mistake when I first started that out. Yeah. And the game tonight is in Montreal. The damn Habs, huh? They do. Their goalie is actually really good. Doesn't change the fact that it's a Canadian team and generally go against Canadian teams. Really haven't found one that I care for. Yeah, you'd be there if you could, huh? Yeah, and that's the thing with most of the games that are going on out there. The stars aren't hitting like they should be, Go back to the Minnesota game. Their stars just were not playing as they should. It's this game we speak of. It actually should be it's the continental pastime, if you ask me, because North America, U.S., Canada, hockey, that's what it's all about. Oh my goodness. Hello, Vilma. How are you today? It's nice to see you here. Hockey, Brian. Yep. Tammy, it's nice to see you here. Good morning. How are you doing? Sarah, good morning. Love supporting new creators. I'm not too new. I've been doing this for about 18 months now. I just have a small channel, though. I don't do a whole lot. I do weekend lives, Saturday and Sunday, to help anybody that's having issues following a specific diet. See if I can help anybody out just for accountability and, Yeah. Polly, good morning. How are you? It's nice to see you here. Polly says smash that like button and show support. Heck yeah. I forget to ask people to do that all the time. Sarah says like and subscribe. Support this guy. Appreciate that. I forget to ask people to do that all the time. Rainbow Ranch Farms, good morning. Thank you very much. That would be awesome. I appreciate that, Sarah. Polly. Is it Kelzer? Good morning, Polly, North Dakota. Yep, I appreciate it. You guys are really awesome this morning. Thanks, Sarah. I've had the tattoo for a few years now. Got it right before I ended up having heart surgery, and really good thing. I like it. I appreciate that, Sarah. Well, it says fasting equals life. It does. Fasting is actually really good for people, and I don't know what's been going on with my fast lately because they haven't been, for weight loss and stuff. It really hasn't done a whole lot, but I can feel the difference in my body. My stomach is staying the same even though my weight's not going down. My stomach is actually smaller. The last time I measured it was a week ago. It was smaller a week ago than it was before, even with gaining 15 pounds in the last couple of months. So I don't mind it. Slap the bell, punch the like button. I appreciate you guys. It's really nice. Sardine fast has some cod liver. I haven't tried cod liver. I like beef liver. I like chicken livers. I've never tried the cod liver. And I still am phoning mackerel here in mine. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. And binging my channel, I appreciate that. Check out that video, the music video that was done by our friend John Together Strong. He's got quite a few amazing videos on his channel. Highly recommend checking out his channel. I can help you out on that too if I can find it right here. You can click on that QR code right there and you can go to John's channel and binge his videos. He's got some really amazing stuff. If you start at the beginning, it goes through his story of what he's gone through. It's truly amazing. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. Thank you. Brian says he got 2 new coffee mugs this week. Both are a great size, 15 ounces. Love my zombie mug. Yep. Don't be a zombie. Drink your coffee. And I actually have butter in my coffee this morning. I put about a full tablespoon of butter and whipped it up in here this morning. And it is so nice. And you have to be careful. Some people don't like carnivores eating or drinking coffee. It's just bean broth. It's just a broth. You watch Dr. Kiltz, you understand. But go to John's channel. Check out his channel. Check out his videos. He's got some amazing videos on there. One of the last ones that he just did is his story. And he's just going through what has happened to him and how his relationship with food and having a 5X bypass surgery, being on keto and on carnivore, and what's all done for him. He's got an amazing story of healing. Yeah, liver is one of the best multivitamins. It can take up to 6 days before you notice fat burning through autophagy. Yep. Well, it does, but generally even when I do like alternate day fasting, after a week of it or 5 days of it, my body is showing me signs that it's doing something. This time it really didn't. It just kind of baffled me. And then yesterday, after I got home from work, I was just having an extremely hard time. And so it's just been kind of baffling. I'm going to have to start tracking what I'm eating. Everything that goes in my mouth, I'm going to have to track again. I started doing this when I first started carnivore. I don't have the leptin signal all the time. And when I first started my carnivore diet, I did not have that at all. So I had to use my calorie counter to tell me what my calories should be, right? And then I logged everything. I made sure I was getting over 70% of my calories from fat. And I found that 74 to 76% of my calories coming from fat is where my body did the best. It doesn't seem to be doing that now. I went from 347 pounds down to 205. I'm at 221 right now. And eating that 74% of calories from fat is keeping me, that's basically where my maintenance is now. And my maintenance wants to be at 221 pounds or 220 pounds, right in that area, which I don't mind. I actually feel pretty good at this level. I just want to be, I want a little more of this belly fat to go away because I still have a lot of the belly fat. I want more of that to go away. You know, I don't want to be able to pinch that big inch of fat. But I've got to start tracking to find out where my body wants to be at to lose weight and to get some of that off of it. I know right now I had cramps in my legs last night, and I had finished my electrolyte drink, the raw element, last night it was like 2:50 in the morning. And usually if I drink like half an electrolyte, the cramp starts going away right away. And it would not go away. I ended up pouring some pickle juice into a cup. I mean, just like that much into a glass. And I drank that. And within a minute, the cramping started to relieve. And I was like, finally. Went laid back down, went to bed. That was just after 3 o'clock in the morning. I checked my CGM because I wear a CGM. I'm not diabetic, but I like to track. I like data. I'm a data nerd mostly. And I checked my CGM this morning, and what a difference that made. My blood glucose at 3 o'clock in the morning shot up to 99. It was at 80, and it jumped to 99. But it came right back down while I was sleeping. And then I woke up, and it came up, and I'm putzing around the house, and then I ate breakfast, and it went up again. My breakfast this morning is actually pretty simple. I had ground beef patties and 3 eggs. And you can see what it did to my blood sugars. It's not bad. You know, and what Dr. Kiltz will tell you is the carnivore diet isn't about cutting carbs out of your diet. It's about cutting plants. You eat plants, we eat animals. Everything we eat has sugar in it. You have the glycocalyx. That's made of sugar. So even red meats, everything has a sugar in it. It has a carbohydrate in it. We're not cutting carbohydrates. We're cutting the plants. The plants are what is hurting us, not the carbs. It's the plants. But yeah, to a point, it is the carbs and the excessive amount of them. Aaron says cod liver in a can is great, but only eat half a can at a time. That's good advice. Because you could probably get into some trouble with that, huh? Yum. Yes. You're in the middle of making food for your mom. That's awesome, Terry. How's she doing? Hot steaming bean broth. That's what it is. And it's good for you. Well, for those of us who drink it, it's good for us. I do enjoy it. Brian says, I think it's hilarious watching everyone lose their minds over Dr. Kiltz and Dr. Siwas. Yeah, crazy stuff going on out there. Dr. Siwas, his views, you really have to watch him and listen to what he's saying. He's saying the same thing, but he's just saying it in a different way that makes you think. You know, it's not the plants. It's our excessive amount of eating them. We have reasons to eat plants. We really do. Plants are medicine. Plants trigger an insulin response to store fat on your body for the upcoming winter when animal foods are hard to find because animals are hiding because it's cold out. You know, migration. It happens. You lose the birds in the wintertime up here. They go down south where it's summer down there. And then when it turns winter there, they come back up here. It's what happens. So by eating plants and getting the excess amounts of carbohydrates, then your body will store fat. Your body uses the fat in the lean months to make ketones because that's what your body prefers. You went from collecting shot glass to coffee mugs. That's not a bad idea. I never did collect shot glasses. I know a lot of people did that. They're easy to collect, though, you know. You go to a lot of gas stations, and a lot of gas stations have the shot glasses for people to collect. In the carnivores, Rainbow Ranch are survivors. Rainbow Ranch Farms. Good. Rainbow Ranch Farms. Do you sell products too online or anything like that? Just curious. If you do, send me your link. I'll put your link in here. Yeah, Terry's been missed. She's been gone from my chats for a little bit here. Still see her and Dr. Kiltz in the morning. Terry's got a collection of shot glasses. I think everybody has a collection of shot glasses out there somewhere. Wait, did I miss something? I don't see Angie's in here, but Brian is saying good morning to Angie's. Did I miss your post, Angie? I'm scrolling back up, but I don't see right there. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Angie. I did miss you. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's why I click on all the posts, because I do miss stuff. I must have been ranting on something, huh? You still have mine, just don't drink them anymore. Yeah, you can use them to measure butter shots and take shots of butter. Put your olive oil from your sardines in them and take shots of sardine olive oil. That's just not a good idea. Yeah, there's always something going on, isn't there, Terry? You got some extra sleep last night, up at 4 a.m. That's it. I actually got some really good sleep last night, which is so cool. I actually ended up with over 8 hours of sleep for the first time in the past couple of weeks. I haven't had over 8 hours of sleep, even on the weekends. Well, I appreciate that. And that's why I share what's happened with me, is because if I can touch one person and help change their life, it makes everything worth it. I'm a very introverted person. Just being on here, being live, to me is really hard. But I do it because if I can help one person change their life and heal, then that makes everything worth it. Pinch Bigfoot here. You find pickle juice or vinegar with water really helps. And I did the pickle juice this morning, Polly, and you can see what it did to my blood glucose, but it's probably a combination of I woke up, went out into the kitchen to drink my electrolytes, and then having some pickle juice, because, pickle juice isn't always just pickle juice. There's always some sugars in there, but, it happens. Yeah, well, like I said, I can't read today, but I read it properly, so no big deal. We worked together on that. Brian says, that's great, Terry. You've been in my thoughts and prayers lately. That's awesome. Right, your body produces the glucose. I was on X just before doing this live, and there was a discussion on somebody's post about sugar and plants and carbs and stuff. And that's what I actually end up putting in there. You don't need to eat plants because your body makes the glucose it needs. There's zero requirement for it. But you are required to eat and have animal fats and proteins. Your body can't do without them. And anybody that's a vegan, vegetarian that says that they don't have anything to do with meat are not being honest with you, because they have to supplement certain things. Otherwise, you cannot live. And it has to do with animal fat. And he says, good morning. Hey, Rick, good morning from Miami, Florida. Nice to see new subscribers here. It is, isn't it, Rick? It's nice to see new people coming in. I do appreciate it, and I appreciate you shouting that out on your channel in the mornings, on Saturdays, showing all the people who are doing the live streams on the weekends and stuff. I really appreciate that, Rick. Yeah, it was a good live this morning. I was actually having trouble commenting on the live this morning. I kept getting that error. Yesterday in Carnivore Quest, one of the people in there kept having errors trying to post in the chat, but we could see the chat, but they were saying that they were getting an error. This morning when I was on Rick's, I kept getting the error too, and I don't know if anybody was ever seen him or not. I logged out and went back in, and there was no post for me on any of it, so I don't know what was going on. Right, Emma the Carnivore, you love her saying, you do you, and I do me. Yep. And it's actually really truthful on that. You have to find what works for you. Yes, for me, 75% of calories from fat was working really good until now. Now it doesn't. I don't lose any weight, but I still feel great. I stay at the 220 pound mark, and I'm all right with that. To a point, I do want to get down a little more, but I know if I'm eating 75% of my calories from fat, I'm not going to gain anything. I'm going to stay right at this area. And that works for me. Is it going to work for you? I don't know, because you have to find out what works for you. So you do you, and I do me. Works really good. And you can tell the people that say that you can't have bean broth, the same thing. You do you, I'll do me. Your mom is doing okay. She's showing signs of last stage of Alzheimer's. That is so hard. That really is. Dr. Siwas, I've always liked him. He's a good human. He's got some really good points, but he does have some, he can be rough on the edges, and he can try to ruffle people's feathers quite a bit. Grains are highly toxic, aflatoxins. Yes, there's a lot of different things in grains that people just don't know about, and we shouldn't be eating them. A grain diet, actually, the food pyramid that was put in back in 1977 was basically the same thing that they used to fatten cows and hogs and animals for slaughter. And they put that in for humans. Do you think they knew that we were going to get fat? Do you think they knew that diabetes was going to skyrocket like it did? Do you think they knew all this stuff was going to happen to people, where so many people are having so many health issues? Yeah. I think it was. You love Dr. Siwas? I've watched Dr. Siwas for a long time. He can rub people wrong, but who can't? You know, I'm sure I rubbed somebody wrong too. I know I have, because I've gotten some comments on that. Let's see. And Terry says, I just feel so bad now for missing your channel. Morning Mom is still sleeping. That's why I make it a Dr. Kiltz. Yep. I miss every live. Well, I appreciate that. And, you know, I understand that you are doing stuff. So I appreciate that you're here today and that you're taking the time out of your day to visit with us. And I'll always give you I will always give you a hard time about the Canadian hockey teams. Aaron says that Brian, you're thinking about doing the Kiltz certification. You have to go check out a couple of the channels here, Aaron, before you do that. Rockin' Coach Amy, she's a Kiltz health coach, and I know she has the link where you can get a discount on the course. So does Brisket Boomers. Her name is Amy also. She has a link. So if you look at a couple of those people who are in the Kiltz My Tribe in the morning, some of those people have channels and they are health coaches and they can show you and get you a discount on it. I chose not to do the discount link, but I know Amy Brisket Boomers has it, and Amy from Rockin' Coach Amy has it. Yeah. You were late to the party. I know, but I should have saw it. It's just it. Can't afford the Dr. Barry's PhD course, right? That's a quite expensive one to do. You can put it off or you can pay for it in like 4 different payments, but holy cow, that one is very expensive. And I did look at it. I appreciate that, Rainbow Ranch Farms. Check out, you're hosting a meetup at your farm today? That is awesome. Now, where's your farm at? You're not here in North Dakota, are you? I said that would drive me nuts. I hate the 2-channel thing. Can't see the other live. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do this. Oh, tall or wide? No, we'll go tall or regular. Medium. There we go. How's that? Is that better? I forget that I can do that. Put it up there and let people see what's going on, because some people are on the vertical feed and some people are on the regular feed. I appreciate that. I really do. It's nice to see Polly. Well, thanks, Tammy. I appreciate that too. And it's nice to see that. True, Aaron. I like what Rick says. Pay walks suck. Okay. Oh, you're done. Time to participate. Terry's back into the live. So, toothpaste contains animal products. A lot of people don't know that. You know, it depends on which ones you're eating, but they also contain sugars too. It's hard to get away from the sweeteners that they put into everything. I was actually thinking about trying the Redmond's powder that they have for teeth, you know, and instead of using a paste that contains so much sugar in it. Brian says you will love it, and Alia will work with you. Great people over there. Yes, they are some great people, and working with Alia and Dr. Kiltz, Dr. Nelson. I miss Dr. Nelson. He had his gallbladder removed the other day, so he's been out for this last week. Man, what a difference it makes not having the Zoom meetings on a daily, or the 3 days a week that we normally have them. It's weird. Yeah. And I use organic fresh pressed peach cider vinegar with the mother. It doesn't taste sweet at all. No sugar in that. No duck food, as Rick would say. Right? That dang duck food. You see, the apple cider vinegar, I use that for like spritzing on stuff when I'm smoking it, but it's about the only thing I use it for. As for peach, I don't care for peach at all, ever. I've never liked peach. Peach vinegar. That's different. What if I miss farting all the time? Like walking past your friend and doing a drive-by? Crop dusting. Good morning, Jester. How are you today? Nice to see you here. That's funny. Yeah, we call it crop dusting. Well, some people still have that issue when they're drinking coffee. Do you drink coffee? That might help. Then you can go crop dusting. Yeah, Alia is great. You've been chatting with her, and she's very active. She chats back with people a lot, and talk with her on email and stuff. Aaron says, I feel like I have to change up my eating every once in a while, shock the system. Right, because otherwise you get stuck doing the same things over and over and your body gets used to it. And I agree with that. How are my triglycerides? I don't know. I haven't had any lab work since October of 2024. I haven't wanted to do any until I don't want to go back to a doctor's office and have any lab works done until I'm at under 200 pounds. So the scale will read at the doctor's office, one whatever. I want to be in the 100s. And I want to be at a stable body weight like that for a month or two so that my cholesterols are leveled out and even, because that's what's important. And when you're actively losing weight, your cholesterol is going to be higher, and then they're going to try to push those damn statins, and I won't take a statin. I can't. I've tried it. There was one point I was supposed to be taking like 11 or 12 different medications, prescription medications, and I just couldn't do it. I did try statins. I tried 2 of them, and I had so many pains from those statins. I'm not giving anybody medical advice, but statins, they truly hurt my body. I cannot do statins. But my triglycerides, I would have to say that they're actually pretty good right now because I don't have carbohydrates other than what's in the meat and coffee, which doesn't really have any. But every now and then when I do have one of the flavored elements, I do get some carbohydrates from that. I don't think my triglycerides are going to be very high the next time I have them tested. Where they used to be astronomically high. But the doctor's never concerned about it. They were only concerned about my LDL and my total cholesterol being a little high. Then at one point when I was in the military, knowing what I know now and after watching the cholesterol code, I do believe when I was in my 20s, I was a lean mass hyper responder. My LDL was extremely high. My total cholesterol was up there. My HDL was up there. But my triglycerides at that time, I don't even know if they were testing them, but having LDL cholesterol over 400, my military doctor could not believe it, and I had to go back and be retested several times just to see what was going on with me. But I've actually got those records someplace. I've been toting those around for over 30 years. When I say shock, I just add some more veggies and berries. I get what you're saying. And so sometimes you do add some. So for me, shocking my system is eating chicken or pork. Chicken wings. Ooh. That could be a good lunch today, huh? Chicken wings. Brian says it's hard getting rid of all the noise of the gum flappers. I've put in on a handful of creators that I follow and watch and listen to and trust their opinions. Yeah. I've unfollowed some of the people that I originally followed because of their changing allegiance to whoever's paying them. And I don't really like the way that some of these people have done that. Support something for so long, and then all of a sudden you got a sponsor. Now you're bashing what you have been supporting and stuff. It's just not right. Let's see. Angie says the truth is, Aaron the Carnivore guy, because everyone's gut microbiome is completely different, and it absolutely is. Good morning, John. So nice to see you here today. Again, everybody, if you want to see some really awesome videos, check out John's channel. The QR code up top brings you to his channel. Yep. Well, let's see. Have I ever had, Aaron's asking if Brian's ever had Polar brand sardines. I haven't even heard of those. Let's see. Don says, I could not upload my short yesterday. Error after error. I just gave up on YouTube. YouTube is doing something sketchy in the background. Yes. And I was having trouble commenting on Rick's channel this morning. I kept getting that error that people on Carnivore Quest were getting yesterday. So it's just weird. And Angie says, plus crops are being sprayed with forever chemicals, aka obesinogens, that make us even more sick. Yep. They are. They're spraying them with all kinds of chemicals that are supposed to be good, but they're not. Brian says that he loves those, and you can still get them. Okay. I've never heard that brand of them before. Terry says she's doing OMAD now because I need to change it up as well from time to time. You don't know if it's a boredom or if it just need a change. And that's on the weekends, I generally do a 2MAD. During the week, I generally do an OMAD. This last week, when I was doing my alternate day fasting and sardines, I was eating twice. So it's just been a 2MAD the whole time now, or at least for the last week. Brian, you're just seeing hockey now. That's funny. Or am I that far behind? Oh, damn, I am far behind. You have ribs in a slow cooker ready for the game? Go Habs. Yep. Yeah, they knew mammals are mammals, and they are. Oh, so you've been doing this every month since 2001 in California? Where in California are you? My wife is actually from Orange County. We lived in Orange County for a while in 1995, 1996. Yeah, we were just down there last summer. Yeah, 4 payments of $670 is a hard no for me also. And I've looked at that, and I saw that Dr. Berry was doing that, and he was talking about doing this before Dr. Kiltz put his out. And I looked at it, and I didn't have the money to do it the first time either. It's just not something. It's not enough there to do it. I'm not doing it as a business. So I've got my Kiltz Health coaching certificate. I can do it. I've done it for my knowledge from my family's knowledge, and then I can actually talk a little more knowledgeable to people in here when I do this stuff. Absolutely. Right? It would be nice. John, Carnivore Teacher Alpha, good morning. It's nice to see you here this morning. Love, it's another channel here. You guys want to check out another channel? Check out Carnivore Teacher Alpha. He's got some great information on his channel. Yeah, paywalls. Okay. Yeah, people that live behind paywalls. Oh, it sucks. Yes, I get the sniffles too when I talk too much, especially when I'm drinking hot coffee and my office is cooler. It happens. Oh, the Dr. Kiltz meetup at the end of the month is about 5 hours away from Aaron. That's almost worth the drive to, though. It'd be like me driving from where I live to Fargo. That's just over 4 hours away. If Dr. Kiltz came within 4 hours of here, I'd probably go to that. Yeah, they do have that meetup in Montana, but that's still about 6 hours away, 7 hours away. Quite a drive. Terry says, even if I have the money, I really can't justify paying that for a course when I'm getting all the help and info from lives and hearing stories about real life changes. That's just for me. Yeah. And that's, again, Terry, that's one of the reasons why I went through the course. I went through to learn for myself, to help myself, to help my family, to help my wife. Because she's still reversing for type 2 diabetes. She still has issues from time to time with stuff, and this is helping us get her on the right path. Aaron, not having money has made me think about how to get it done. You appreciate everything even more. Yeah, it does make a difference. Yes, sir. As that is why I started my channel as the average keto carnivore guy. I have to do this on a budget, like many other people out there. Right. And, I show that in my, the foods that I eat. One of my favorite combinations of food is right here. The beef, butter, bacon, and eggs in this bowl is one of the most nutritious and cheapest meals that you could have. You don't have to eat that's not the picture here. You don't have to eat the steak and shrimp like this. I eat this once in a while. I don't eat it every day. This is what I eat most. I eat mostly this. Once in a while, I'll throw in some salmon. I'll take steak to work. This one here was actually really good. This was a ribeye I cooked, and you can see that big chunk of fat at the end. I don't trim the fat off of my ribeyes. And this was a primal ribeye, so I cut it myself. But this one here, you can see how red it still is in the small cook line. It's barely even cooked in here. Cooled and then cut up and brought to work cold. Absolutely delicious. But I don't have those every day. I have those once in a while. Mostly I eat a lot of ground beef. Brian says, Ollie is a blessing. Yep. This last year, I have surrounded myself with good people. Some of them I will never meet, but they're important. They've improved my life, and I got rid of the bad people. Life is great. And that is, my wife learned that years ago. She used to have a friend that was really toxic to her. And one day she just figured it out that whenever this person was around, she just became extremely stressed about everything, and this person was dragging her down. she ended up cutting that person out of her life and made a huge difference in her. It really did. Don says, if I eat too much fat, you don't want to be walking behind in Walmart. Just saying. Yeah, that's because you had that. You had the bariatric surgery, right, Don? So it makes a big difference in how you are. John saying hello to Brian. You do buy some pricey sardines to try. The can spend $6 a can off. And I actually just did that, and I can't remember what the name of it was. Oh, I just bought it was a $7 can of sardines. They were really good. But yeah, I can't do that often either. Just eating the sardines I did this last week. John's just waking up. You spend a lot of your time at night doing your editing of those videos and stuff. So I see the time that you post them. Aaron says his cholesterol is great. Yeah, when you're at a maintenance mode in this here, you're not actively losing a lot of weight. Your cholesterol and stuff kind of settles out, and then it comes out good. You plan on checking your triglycerides soon? Well, are you going to post it on your channel? Polly does have a channel too, a Polly podcast. You all check out her channel and see how she's doing. Yeah. I should check my triglycerides because that is something that mine were astronomically high. Yeah, before this diet, your cholesterol stuff. Yeah, it's because that's what that diet does. The SAD diet does raise your cholesterol. Terry, did you see Anna's picture of salmon? It was huge. Aaron says hi to John. John, been a lean mass hyperresponder. Being a LMHR is very rare, though. Not impossible. Yeah, it's not a really common thing, but I know my family's history, we all have the high LDL in it. My mom, my uncle, we've all had really high. It's really weird. You can't find Aaron's channel? Because you need to look for the carnivorish guy. And let's see. Right there, Terry. You can find Aaron's channel. Don says, Brian, I'm with you on that. Gum flappers is a dang good way to describe them. I agree. Dr. Minnie said that you are an angry type person where you are angry a lot if it will affect your liver. You found that to be interesting. Yeah, and well, it affects your liver, which pumps out more glucose into your blood. So if stress, your body will create it. Oh, you didn't see the fish, big salmon? Aaron says, I'm saying I can't stand those who have changed based off of sponsors. Yeah. It sucks. Let's see. Same here, Lance. Money messing up a lot of good channels, right? And it does. There's a lot of people I've stopped watching because of stuff like that, and it just sucks because there were so many good channels out there that have changed. Don says, when I started out in July last year, I was binge watching everything. I have a small core, and that's all you can deal with. Yep. And I did the same thing, Don. I binge watched Dr. Barry's channel. He's got almost 2,000 videos on there now, probably more. I probably watched 900 to 1100 of his videos because I watched so much of Dr. Barry's channels. There's just a lot of it that stuck with me. But I also watched like Dr. Chafee, Dr. Silas, Baker, Tony Hampton, and like Judy Cho and stuff like that. I've watched so much of their channels, and I still watch a lot of those. But there are some others that I've stopped watching because of the way that they're doing some of their stuff. Oh, the bat phone is going off. What in the heck? Give me just one moment here. All right. Rainbow Ranch Farm, Cindy is here. I need you up back up. Holy podcast. Hey, good morning, Jerry. Lance, everyone. Rick just posted your channel. So I wanted to let you know I am out doing naked sun bathing in the middle of the forest. Listening in, only if it's hard to read. I see. So I appreciate Rick doing that. It's always nice that he does that. He posts a lot of the channels that are doing stuff like this here, and it's greatly appreciated. I've actually been watching Rick for well over a year now. Every Saturday morning I come on, and that's one of the things I do is I sit here and I watch. I might not post a lot, but I read the comments, I listen to what's going on. It's actually really good. Oh, those are the ones with the clear tops that you were talking about the other day. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I've never seen that brand. So I take it you guys are at that meetup in California. It's awesome. Good morning to Jerry. You're at the farm too? That's awesome. It's so cool that you guys are all out there and hanging out. Yep, got to go. Customers arriving for your monthly meetup in Pinnon Hills, California, 1.5 hours north of Orange County. Awesome. Yeah, we were down there we were down there last July. Your live is over now, Rick? Awesome. It's nice to have you in here. Holy cow. It's been just over an hour, and I'm way behind on this. Yeah, it's the Carnivore guy, or you can just click on the QR code up there on the top. Actually, I think I can actually put it in here too, because it's part of the widget. If I go on here to edit it. Carnivore guy, put that back up there. And make it easy that way. It's there and you can get to it. Yeah, you go, girl. That's what I actually like living in Germany, because you go to the beaches in Germany and clothing was optional no matter where you were. $6.70 a month is a food bill for 3 months. Yep, it is. My wife and I don't spend that much in 3 months eating this way. And it is a lot of money, but if you're going to be doing it as a business, then it's one thing. But if you're doing it for like what I did, wanting just to have the ability to have more knowledge, that's a different story. That's a little more expensive. So the Dr. Barry courses and the PhD community is more meant for people who are looking to do this as a business. Yeah, I just posted your the link to your show, and I put the QR code up so you can find it there. Angie says, I want to be you when I grow up. British girl, Jerry. Yep. And it's nice to be able to do that. I know when I met my wife, I didn't have any tan lines. She won't let me do that now. It'd be interesting. It would be interesting asking Amy about the differences between the two programs. Yes, because Amy is a coach with both the PhD and the Kiltz programs. Oh yeah, there's too many that have just popped up because they do that. It's hard to find some stuff. 5 hours is nothing for you in the middle of the boonies. Yep. 5-hour drive. You know, when my wife and I went to California last summer, the first day that we drove, it should have been a 12-hour drive or so. It ended up being like 16 hours because of traffic, and we got stuck in one spot in Wyoming for like 3 hours, all because trucks didn't want to merge. Just ridiculous. Rick says Dr. Berry seems king of grifty lately. To a point, I agree, yeah. He's charging a lot for stuff. Don says paywalls turn into groupie click BS. Yes, I agree with you on that. 100% help people every day. That's what it's about, and that's why I started doing this live stream on the weekends. There was a time when I first started doing my live streams on Saturday and Sundays, it was because there weren't hardly anybody doing it. Rick was doing his in the morning on Saturdays. Dr. Kiltz was doing his on Sundays at 9 a.m. Central or whatever it was. And then Dustin was doing his Sunday mornings also. And then after that, there really wasn't anything going on. I needed the accountability. So I started doing a live stream, and I picked the time I start at 10 a.m. Central because it's after Rick's on Saturdays, and it's after Dr. Kiltz on Sunday. And it didn't interfere with the people who are already doing these. So I chose this time because it worked for me. And it worked so I could still watch Rick on Saturday. I could still watch Dr. Kiltz on Sundays, and then I could do mine. Jiffy says, just putting around the house and listening today. To John, hope all is well. You live about 90 minutes away from where they had meat stock, but can't afford $300 a day just to get in and talk. That's my meat money, right? And meat stock was expensive. Do I batch cook the ground beef and scrambled eggs? No, I cook individual. When we buy the ground beef, we buy a lot at a time. Sometimes like when we go to Costco, we buy the 5 or 6 pound packs, and then we break them up into 1 pound, and we vacuum seal and throw them in the freezer. So we only eat one at a time. So, never thought about batch cooking them. Now, I honestly have probably 20 or 30 pounds of bacon canned in the basement. I did that a couple of years ago. We got some bacon, and it was right before prices really got out of hand. Local store here had bacon on sale for, it was like 50 cents a pack or whatever it was. It was just crazy. And I canned it. I've been canning for a long time. I learned how to can bacon on that. Duck and iguana is gourmet meal. Yeah. Muscovy duck actually sounds really good. Brian says, how come to the decision that breaking a 90-hour fast with a huge steak probably wasn't the best thing you could do? You think you have danger pants? in your future. Yeah, it's anything over 72 hours, I always break the same way, and that's with 2 over easy eggs, 4 pieces of bacon, and then I wait 90 minutes before I eat anything else after that. Otherwise, I have the danger pants or disaster pants. It's just not good. Jiffy says, hello to John. I just put around the house. Yeah, I think we saw that already. Brian, stay close to the throne. Rick says, Don, I was just discussing that today in your live, right? Oh, Aaron's heading over to Larry's meet. Oh, yeah, Larry is on. Time to freshen up coffee, go over and say hi to Larry. Angie says, whenever I want to eat something else, I hear Kelly Hogan in my head. Just eat your burger patties and be thankful for it. Yeah, I like Kelly Hogan too. She's one of the people that's remained, to me, still is the same as she was when I first started watching her. Don says, Rick, yes, I was there, and that's what made me think even more when you said change and progress cannot happen behind them walls, right? It has to be in the public where the knowledge is free, because knowledge not shared is knowledge wasted. John says, Brian, not good. Do it real late next time. I recommend anything over 72 hours, ease into it. Yep. Wake the stomach back up. Yeah, anything over 72 hours, you do have to do that. Farewell, Grandma. Good morning. How are you today? It's nice to see you here. Aaron says, oh, yes. I get the ones from World Market in butter, $7.49 a can. Well worth it, right? And John saying hello to Wendy. That's Farewell Grandmother, I do believe. You get in trouble with my views, and some influencers. Yeah, some people don't like hearing that, what they're saying is, and what they're doing is causing issues, They don't like being called out and told that their opinions suck. The website I told you guys about, Rainbow Tomato Garden, sell side by side so you can compare a great idea if you're just starting. Yes, for the they sell a bunch of different stuff too, don't they? I've actually looked at it. Let's see. Don says, thank you for trading your thought on that. Yeah. John says, Rick, I have someone for the same views. That's human nature. Yeah. For our grandma, sleep issues go hand in hand with pain or issues and other health issues. Yeah, so that does make sense, because I've had, like, this past week, I've had issues, and my sleep has been really bad for the past 2 weeks. Brian says, Rick Foley on them. You do what you do. That's why we watch you. Absolutely. Because you're true. Let's see. Don says, yes, unfortunately, yes. In 2002, you had an extremely aggressive weight loss surgery you wish you never had. Yeah, and it's hard to watch people now. I know you probably have a hard time. Do you ever watch Kip? And he's getting ready to do that. I don't know if he's had it yet or not, but it's hard to watch people go through what you've been through, knowing what you know. And wasn't that what Dr. Silas was talking about just the other day when the Kiltz and Silas video? They were talking about how they set people up with that surgery to fail, because you come out of that surgery and the advice that they're giving you on what to eat is the same thing that's going to cause you to gain all your weight back. It's just crazy. Those walled gardens can never be trendsetters. I agree, Rick. You are 100% right. Rick says, I know what I want, and I know what works for me. And it does. It works great for you. Don says, Rick, they are saying above, that's why we watch you. Rick, like, they are saying above, that's why we watch you. I don't know who that was. I think it was my wife just checking in, looking to see if I was still on live. But yeah, we watch you because you are you, because you're true. You know, and Brian says 100%. Your YouTube channel has never changed. It's about practical results. Right. And sharing information. Brian says, I follow people with integrity, and you are on that list. I asked you in your life if you could have 5 people at your table. What? I asked you in your life if you could have 5 people at your table, or you said you could have 5 people, he'd be one of them. That's good. Yeah. I do too. I love Dr. Barry's videos, the ones that he's done showing how to heal and stuff. But his PhD community, I'm not going to pay $30 a month to be a part of that community. Brian says, I'd love to go to those meetups, but where there's a large group of people, I don't do so well after I got sick. Maybe someday. Yep. You got to get your body right. Jessica says, same here. I'm here most Saturdays, Sundays listening, but this is your cooking hour, right? And I get that, and I see you here. I appreciate it, Jessica. Terry says, watching Kiltz, you branched out there in other channels and tapped into Mitch's lives, and that's where Rick's story started for you. Oh, from Mitch's lives? You know, Rick, when was it that you were, I don't know if you were kicked off or what it was from Healing Humanities channel? That's actually where I first saw Rick, was on Healing Humanity, and when he was going through an issue with not being able to post on their channel. And that got me wondering, why would Carrie kick Rick off? So I found Rick's channel, and I've been watching Rick's channel and watching his Saturday mornings ever since then. Yeah, Rick is a great guy, and I admire him also. He's really good. Holy cow. That's how far behind I am. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Super Tune. Good morning. Well, I appreciate you coming over from Rick's channel. Again, I really appreciate Rick posting all the people who are doing lives on the weekends and stuff. It makes a difference. You were just playing with the kittens. I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person. I've had issues with cats. They don't seem to like me so much, so I've had issues with cats. Yeah, let's just say that. I do like the cat videos though, and then Milton. Watching Milton attack you the other day, and that was funny. Quack stock will be for free. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll see you. I might come over there. I'm gonna be a little bit late, most likely. Brian, you love that chili recipe? Getting too hot for chili now. Yeah, but that chili is good. You can cook a batch of that up and then freeze it. And it's good at all times. Properly fattened Muscovy duck is delicious. That it is. And how do you fatten a duck? You feed it duck food. You feed it the diet that they're trying to get most humans to eat now. And animals will fatten up. Yep. Rick and we will all be waddling in. Yeah, that's funny. You're not that smart. You are smart. Come on. Have a great one, Tammy. It's nice to see you again. Don, same here. 2003, the best, worst thing that happened to me. Yep. Because he is unapologetic, Rick. Yeah. Yeah, unapologetically, Rick. Yeah, I got you. Let's see. John says, Brian, you thought the urge many times on a long fast not to overeat. I put so much effort into that fasting. I don't want to lose the benefits. Damn dopamine. Sometimes I think it controls. It does. It makes a big difference. $30 a month seems to be the amount that maximizes profits. Right, because that's a lot of these places, that's the communities are charging $30 a month to be a member of the community. They're $30. Dr. Berry, Healing Humanity, SBG, they're all $30. And that's the entry level. Don says, Brian, you agree with the statement to some degree, but my internal system is just a disaster day-to-day life. Even tough. It's tough even to just eat proper and function in society or leave the house. Yeah, some people have that anxiety that they can't leave the house. Right. So May 2025 is when you got kicked out, and that's when I found you, was in May of 2025 because of that. So thank Kerry for that. He's what led me to Rick. Don says, Lance, you got all those gum flappers in here making me work today. I love it. Hey, look, there's another gum flapper. It's Rocket Coach Amy. How you doing, Amy? So, Amy, I was just telling Aaron that he needs to get a hold of you because he's looking at doing the Kiltz health coaching. Do you not have a discount code for getting the certificate or getting the course? Or afternoon. Yeah, it's still morning here. I am. You'll never charge admission. That's good. Just for what you can do, and if you do a fast like that, work up to it. Yep. Anything after 36 hours is good. You learned you have to know your way before you start. And don't just listen to gum flappers. Absolutely. Gum flappers will get you hurt. Voluntary donations are accepted. That's what the Buy Me coffee is all about. Yeah. Dr. Kiltz is another who likes to hand off the lives to others. He does his live and then lets others take over. Absolutely. You know, and that's one of the reasons why I've done this one at this time, is because he's been so great to everybody. And I really appreciate Dr. Kiltz and everything that he's done and the group of people that he has working with him. It's great. Do I have any underlying stress or anything going on that is affecting your cortisol and weight loss? That just popped in my head. Well, yeah. There's that thing that we have to do. It's a 4-letter word, but it's called work. It's always stressful. Yes, I've got some good stress at work. Depending upon the day. But I don't think that's what's causing it right now. we've had some other issues here too, and it makes more sense when you put it out there like that. Stress does make it work. Let's see. And eventually, when Carrie finally talked to me, all is good again. Yep. He just had his little tizzy fit. Okay. So I will, and I told Aaron to get a hold of your rocking coach Amy. I gave him I told him out there to try that. So he may try to get in touch with you to get your code. Let's see. John says, I've never watched Carrie, only about 5 minutes, and I haven't been back since. I watched quite a few of his older videos and his older interviews and stuff. And last year at this time, I was paying a $30 fee to his channel, and I was doing Sunday meetings with Dante because I was part of it. Let's see. Brian says, Don, I was over 700 pounds and literally dying at the time. And at that time, we did not have all of the benefits of the internet and this community. I would have did this all over that any day. Yeah. But you're talking about your surgery. Yeah, this community can make such a huge difference in people's lives. If Brian would have found this over having the surgery at 700 pounds, where would he be now? What would have been the difference? It's like Bill Knott. He's been doing this for how many years now, and he's still doing it, still losing weight, and he's up and mobile and doing stuff. It's amazing. And it's amazing. Brian's, even with his weight loss surgery, now he's doing this here. What a huge change in his life. Let's see. Brian said, I would literally do anything for Dr. Kiltz, Alia, and Dr. Nelson. Yeah, they're a great group. They've got some great people that work with them. Let's see. Don says, Brian, you were 367 and it seemed like my only option at the time. Right? And I understand how you're feeling on that. When I was in my mid 300 pounds, I actually tried for seeing the doctor to get put on to Wegovy or Ozempic, the GLP-1. My insurance denied it. They wouldn't let me do it. And my doctor gave me, I can't remember what the name of the medication was, but is a seizure medication that the side effect was weight loss. Well, in 8 months, I lost 12 pounds, so it's not much of a weight loss involved in that. So then I found the carnivore diet. Amazing results on that. I lost more than that the first month. You have a lot of respect for Kerry and his courage to make changes to his life. Yes. For making the changes to his life, for reaching out and putting it out there. Yes, absolutely. And, it's really helped a lot of people. One of the first videos I saw of Kerry was the one that he did showing that his congestive heart failure has been reversed and his ejection fraction is now a normal ejection fraction. When you get that diagnosis, that's a permanent diagnosis. That's one of my first videos from Kerry, and I remember that very well. Me too, Brian. They asked me to help at their booth in Tampa, and I will do it and pay for the flight and anything just to help them out. That's awesome, Amy. Brian says, Don, we did what we had to do at the time. We were lucky the surgery didn't kill us. You are? Don says, amen, Brian, you agree? Brian says, I've learned that we are only here for a short time and have to make every minute of it gold. When Alia wanted someone to interview back in 2012, guess who was there? Rick. Absolutely. Learn something new every day and share the knowledge that you have learned. It's what we need to do. That's what it was. You were on it for migraines and you did lose weight. but you gained it now back. Yeah, I took that for 8 months and I lost 12 pounds in 8 months. Yep. And life is live a good life. It's all we need to do. Milton is upside down next to me. You tickle his tummy. That's amazing. Well, I've been rambling now for the last hour and 30 minutes. I am going to call it a day. Y'all, thank you very much for being here today. I appreciate every one of you. You guys have a great day. And I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time right after Dr. Kiltz. Have a good day.